Midday News.
Good day and welcome to Carnival Mid News. I am Elizabeth Tessie Okemukoko. On the news this afternoon, a devastating fire outbreak has wiped out no fewer than 2,275 bags of onions in Kijio community of the Karonyo local government area of Sokoto State, leaving farmers with losses estimated at 56.8 million. The incident, which engulfed about 65 traditional onion storage huts, reportedly began around 2 p.m. and raged for nearly 7 hours, although no lives were lost. The destruction plugged into the community dipped into distress. The national president of Nigerian Onion Producers, Professors and Marketers Association of Nigeria, Aliyu Isa, confirmed the scale of the loss today, Tuesday, explaining that each affected hut stored about 35 bags of onion. Isa added that the association had consistently cautioned farmers against practices that could trigger fire outbreaks, noting the vulnerability of storage structures made from dry grass and stalks. Meanwhile, the wife of the Anambra State Governor, Dr. Nonye Soludo, has urged Nigerian youths to embrace the unique gift and talent to drive progress and provide solutions to challenges facing their communities. Soludo, who is the founder of the non-governmental organization Healthy Living with Nonye Soludo, made this call in a statement released today, Tuesday, to mark the World Creativity and Innovation Day, celebrated globally on April 21st. She stated that innovation goes beyond technology, describing it as finding new ways to solve problems, uplift others, and create opportunities where none previously existed. She called on youth to keep nurturing curiosity and supporting bold ideas. In the meantime, the Nigeria NLG Limited has announced a post-primary scholarship scheme for high-performing Basic 6 pupils in public primary schools in Rivers State. The NLNG is a joint venture owned by the federal government through Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, Shell Gas, Total Energy, and Eni International. In a notice obtained from its website on Tuesday, the company said the scheme is part of the social investment in education and is designed to provide access to quality secondary education, particularly for indigent students in its host community. According to the notice, eligible applicants must be Basic 6 pupils in public primary schools in Rivers State and must be indigent of the NLNG host communities. on to the foreign scene. A year after the passing of Pope Francis, his successor, Pope Leo VIII, has called on the global Catholic community to remain steadfast in the mission of mercy and fraternity that defined the previous pontificate. In a tribute shared via X today, Tuesday, Pope Leo commemorated what he described as the birth into heaven of the late Pope. He wrote that on the first anniversary of the birth of their Pope Francis, his words and action remain written on the heart of Catholic faithfuls. He noted that they must carry on his legacy by always proclaiming the joy of gospel, announcing God's mercy, and promoting fraternity among all men and women. Following Francis' passing, Robert Francis Provost, the first American to be elected of the papacy, was chosen as his successor in May 2025, taking the name Leo VIII. Now on sports. Rangers technical advisor Fidelis Ihechukwu has said it is important for his team to remain humble as they continue their pursuit of the ninth Nigerian Premier Football League (NPFL) title. The Flying Antelopes returned to the summit after a trailing 2-1 victory over Enyimba at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium in Enugu on Sunday. Rangers have 1 point lead over second place Rivers United with 3 games remaining before the end of the campaign. Ilechukwu declared that they can't afford to take things for granted at this stage of the season. The Enugu club will be away to Bayelsa United this weekend. And this is where we'll call it a wrap on Carnival Mid News. Thank you very much for staying tuned and for listening. Once again, I am Elizabeth Tessie Okemukoko.